It's a beautiful day here in Columbia, Maryland, as the 2022 fall season is about to kick off here in Columbia, Maryland, on the campus of Howard Community College, as the Dragons host their nearby rival, CCBC Catonsville Cardinals. Mark Winkle bringing you the action today, as the Dragons going up against one of their traditional rivals in the first game of the season. These two teams have seen each other in the playoffs the last 3 years in a row, exchanging wins back and forth. Last year it was the Dragons who got the better of the Cardinals and earned their place in the Region 20 championship game, where they were subsequently beaten by CCBC Essex in the regional finals by the score of 3-0. Dragons will look to try to take a step up in their progression, as they have shown over the last few years that they have the ability to really play with the big boys, to play at the top level, having just moved up to Division II after decades of playing at the Division III level, showing that they truly belong at the higher level as well. For the Dragons, 8 returners from last year's team, many of which are starting today, and have to start the conversation with sophomore forward Leo Denor, number 8, as the dynamic wing forward has been just one of the hardest players to defend in the region over the last couple years. Joining him up top will be fellow sophomore Mahmoud Mansour, number 15. Also see some familiar names in the midfield as Baraka Kagirkarbo. He will be roaming the middle of the park for the Dragons. A side hit, fellow sophomore Didier Estrada. Whole new different defensive line. Dragons did bring back Oscar Ayala, a player from 2 years ago, and he will likely be manning the center back role. He will be flanked by Augustine Nkamalakam, Donnell Claxton, as well as I believe it is Joe Belgray. And in goal for the Dragons, it is a freshman, Jesse Sanchez, who takes over between the pipes. As for Catonsville, it's a roster almost entirely made of freshmen. Just one sophomore on the roster. That is defender number 4, Eric Velazquez, who is starting. Everybody else on the roster is a freshman, and that includes goalkeeper Austin Thomas, who is wearing the neon yellow 00, as he will look to try to keep the ball out of the net for the men in red. We're just 1 minute away from kickoff, as Catonsville still warming up and hitting the ball around their half of the park. The Dragons still getting their last-minute instructions from head coach Stefan Dragunov, as he has become a famed coach around here in his 19th season as head coach of the Howard Dragons men's soccer team. So we will take a quick break. When we come back to you, the game will be underway in just a few minutes. Teams are getting set now, as we are just seconds away. For those of you that have been keeping an eye on Howard Athletics for years, we have a brand new camera system bringing you some extra high definition quality pictures today, and just a fantastic addition to the department. Major shout out to Athletic Director Mike Smelkison for being able to get the funds to make that happen, and especially to Kevin Elza and his crew on the facilities team to get everything on this field and around it, ready for this first game today. As you could not ask for a better situation. Just a beautiful day, perhaps maybe a little bit warm out. But other than that, just bright sunny skies. And we are underway. The 2022 season has now begun as the Dragons, wearing their white shirts with their black shorts, they'll be going from right to left on your screen in this first half. The Catonsville Cardinals, wearing their red uniforms with the black shorts, they are going from left to right in this first half. Giving away there, Mansour able to cut through the defense already, taps it over, shot, and it's going to be saved right away. It is Joe Bell Gray who had the shot, but it was saved away by Thomas. Ball not out of the danger area yet, and Catonsville now able to flick it over. But first great chance of this game goes to the Dragons, as Gray, coming from the left midfield roll, looked like he had a wide open one-on-one chance with the goalie and just couldn't get it around Thomas. Catolfimo able to throw it backwards, finds the captain, Velazquez. Taken away by Estrada. He'll play in Denor quickly. Denor's got some room in the corner. He'll turn the corner now. Gets into the box and it's slide tackle in. Oh my! And we will see what the call is. It does look like it will be a penalty kick in the box. A slide tackle from behind. And hopefully Denor is okay. But the Dragons with a golden opportunity to get on the board just 90 seconds into this contest. So it will be Denor who will place the ball on the spot and appears to be taking this shot here. Denor versus Thomas. Denor takes a step to his left. Shot. Goal! Into the side netting. Leo Denor puts the Dragons ahead 1-0. And very appropriate for him to be able to put that in, as it was his athleticism and his play that created the chance to earn that penalty kick. And the Dragons on the front foot here, ahead 1-0. Velazquez plays it out, headed back in by Ayala. Ayala, I was wrong. He's actually playing on the right back role now, as it is going to be Inkamalam and Claxton playing side by side in the center back roles. Another foul against Catonsville. Coach Dragunov instructing his forwards to get off the ball, as he wants the right back Ayala to swing this in. Ayala taking his time. Puts a lot of air into this one, and it will go out of play for a goal kick. Good effort by Gray to try to head it back into play. Just did not have enough room to work with. Towards the sideline. This is Hartman. Tries to play it up. Takes a deflection, and Howard will get possession. Carbo looking to play in Gray. Just a little bit too much pepper on that one. And it will go out of play for a throw-in. Dragon Athletics continues to just upgrade across the board in their facility work. We have brand new goals that have just been set up just in time for this game. We have a brand new turf field next to this one that for a turf field that was badly in need of replacement, and just looks beautiful out there with the sun shining bright on it. And out in the distance, as you can see in the top right of your screen there, the Mathematics and Athletics Complex is being built as we speak. That is due to officially open up in January of 2025. And this massive building will be such a great investment for Howard Athletics, and will give them one of the best facilities across the nation, well, at least across the state maybe. And across the nation might be a little bit bold of a statement, but I'm a little biased. I'm allowed to say it. Catonsville trying to move it around. This is Britton. Working it through Sims. Hartman has it taken away. Estrada gets up to Tenor, and the Dragons are on the counterattack once again. Tenor, blazing speed, just runs past the Catonsville defender. And another one. Tenor into the box. He'll take a shot. Blocked away by Velazquez. What a play by him. It will go out for a Howard corner kick, however. And it just shows over and over again how dangerous the speed of Leo Tenor can be on this field. Looks like it's Jason Fuentes to go to the far corner to take this one for Howard. Fuentes, line drive into the middle of the box, headed on. Collected by Gray, he'll play it back. Put into the box by Jeffrey Fuentes, but that is deflected away. Estrada, what a nice turn there under pressure. Looking for Fuentes, into the box. Fuentes, a soft touchdown. Fuentes the shot, and he gets bowled over on the shot. But in the end, he did get the shot off, and it goes wide for a goal kick in favor of the Cardinals. Played backwards. Kamakalam plays it back to his goalkeeper as Sanchez looks to switch the field. Estrada taps it on to Ayala and will not keep that in play. Estrada able to shield him off. Plays it back to his goalkeeper Sanchez, who has dangerously let it roll right in front of his goal. Is able to clear the ball off the line, but just a little skip of the heartbeat right there for the Dragon faithful as they just to see that ball coming across the line. And now Sanchez will hit it out of play for a Catonsville throw-in. Thrown in towards Sims, played back, but again it's Estrada, and he will shield the ball off, draws the foul, and a good play by him as he could clearly just feel the pressure coming and took the contact, drew the foul, and that will allow Howard to be able to work out of their own zone. Played across the defensive line once again. Kamalalan tries to play it up for Mansour, who's playing in that number 9 role today. Takes it off the foot. Fuentes plays it forward to Gray. Gray looking to try to turn the corner. Now he'll pull it back. Plays it low into the box. Mansour, went a diving attempt, tried to slide his foot in just to get a toe tap into it, and just couldn't get a touch on it. But it is going to end up being a throw-in for Howard in the offensive territory. Gray makes her move around, trying to slice between two defenders. Shot! Rebound! Another shot is saved! Back-to-back saves for Austin Thomas. as he is able to keep the ball out of his net with a hope and a prayer. But a brilliant double save by him to keep this at 1-0 game. Gray jumps up to get to it first. Tries to play it forward to Fuentes. Fuentes trying to get it to Tenor, and that ball just a little bit too much. And now Fuentes and Tenor will have a conversation about trying to play that. Tenor wanted to play to him short. Fuentes was trying to play him for the through ball. And that's just sometimes what's going to happen in the first game of the season, just understanding what your teammate is looking to do in a play like that. That chemistry will develop as the season goes. Carbo turns through two defenders, finds Mansour. To Fuentes. Fuentes, he's going to take a shot. That one's going to go wide. As the Dragons continue to pile up the shots. Now 7-0 in favor of Howard, 4 of which are on goal, 3 saves for Thomas. Thomas doesn't get all of that one. Fuentes able to head it forward, but knocked away by James Anderson. Ayala looking for Denor, can't quite connect, and now it's going to be the Cardinals' turn to try to counter. This is Eduardo Lopez trying to switch the field, taken away by Fuentes, and now Howard is going to counter the counter. Gray into Carbo. He's got 2 men in the box, a couple more on the way. Plays it back, Mansour turns, shot, blocked away. An excellent effort there by Velazquez. Howard still with it, Denor, able to turn the corner, and he's going to see it get rolled out of play for a corner kick. Howard with the second corner of the game. Ayala makes the late run in. He's unmarked right now. It is going to be played to Ayala. He's going to head it on. What a save by Thomas. The follow-up is put in the goal. Joe Belgray gets the goal he's been working hard for. And Howard now leads 2-0. "11 minutes into the contest, Howard has extended their lead to 2-0. And again, you have to give a lot of credit to Austin Thomas, who made a brilliant save on the header by Oscar Ayala, but unable to recover in time for Gray to just tap it in, who put it into the top left corner off it. A beautiful volley for him. He's had several chances so far in this game, and he was able to convert that one. Velazquez taken down by Mansour, and he's going to have a little chat with the referee here as he apologizes for the foul. That was actually the first one called against the Dragons in the game, so it would have been pretty unlucky to see a card flash on that one, and fortunately it was just a quick conversation. Strong attendance in today's game, especially as the Dragon Athletics teams are out here to support their fellow student athletes, as that one will go out of bounds, out of the baseline, and it will be the first corner kick of the game for Catonsville. I see women's basketball, I see women's volleyball, I see men's basketball. I think I see some softball players out there. So a whole lot of really good support by Howard student athletes for each other. I think I see a couple women's soccer players as well who played in their first scrimmage of the season last night at Gallaudet University and won convincingly 5-0 in that one. Played wide, and that's going to be a foul in the box, and that will be a penalty kick. Just a silly foul from the Dragons, completely unnecessary as the ball was going away from goal and just clattered into him. But certainly warranted, as it was a clear and obvious foul. It will be Alec Britton, the freshman forward, to take it for the Cardinals, as Jesse Sanchez hasn't faced a single shot in this game. The first one he will see will be a penalty kick. Lined up. Shot. Saved by Sanchez! And the follow-up is put over. What a play. Jesse Sanchez. And the Dragons come and congratulate their goalkeeper for the fantastic play. And that will keep their lead at 2-0. So the follow-up shot by Clede Menta went over the goal, or excuse me, Alec Britton went over the goal in the end. Oh, it was Clede Menta. I apologize. Number 19 for the Cardinals. Howard able to escape the dangerous opportunity for Catonsville. Kemba Column plays it forward. Carbo looking for Mansour. Cleared out by Velasquez. Claxton finds Gray all the way through the Catonsville midfield. Gray still into the box. He gets taken down. Looked like it might have been a little bit of exaggerated on the part of Gray, and wisely not called by the referee. Have to agree with that one. Played into the box. Goes in. Mansour had a chance, but it is going to be cleared out with a mortar shot by Taiwo Akano. And he did a good job of getting that out of the danger zone. Howard still in possession in the offensive half. Given away there. Denor slipped, it looked like. Going to be played long on the counter. And 1 versus 2, Connor Suhre. And there's going to be a collision between goalkeeper and forward. At the last second, it looked like there was perhaps a bump between, and the clock will be stopped as the Howard goalkeeper, Jesse Sanchez, will be attended to on that play. It looked like Connor Surrey may have gotten bumped into Sanchez, which is why no foul was called. But Sanchez sure is not feeling great after that one. Sanchez appears to be okay to continue. So the Dragons will take the opportunity for a quick water break and receive some instruction from their coaching staff. And Catonsville likewise on their half. Play will continue. Kemakalalem. Fuentes taken out, and another foul will be called against Catonsville. As the fouls continue to rack up against Catonsville, that is their 5th foul in 15 minutes. Sanchez switches the field to Ayala, who has to chest it down backwards. Carbo gives that one away. Menta trying to get through on it, but Carbo does a great job of being able to track back and get back his mistake. Played deep, looking for Mansour. He's trying to keep it in and is unable to do so. Oh, excuse me, it didn't matter. He was offsides and nonetheless. Catonsville trying to play out of their own half now. high pressure by the Dragons. Catonsville able to get through it. Now it's going to be Baraka Carbo. He's going to try a long shot from 35 yards out. And that will not quite be able to stay under the crossbar. Played forward. Kemakalam tried to switch the field and ended up just hitting it straight to Thomas. Have to give a shout out to our excellent cameraman Blaine Lowry on the control sticks today. Really doing a great job and giving you the best possible quality production here as we strive to in all broadcasts at Howard Community College. Fuentes throws it up, and it is going to be a foul called as the other Fuentes, Jason Fuentes, able to draw the foul, and Howard will slowly move up the field. Played short. Estrada finds Ayala. Dragons will hit the road after this one as they will travel to New Jersey over the weekend to play against Brookdale before traveling a little bit further north to Long Island as they will take on Nassau on Sunday, August 28th. After that, 3 straight home games as Northern Virginia, who is back in action after a couple years out of not having athletics, will come to town, followed by Hartford and Cecil in order. So definitely looking for increased home attendance at those 3 home games, as all 3 of those are regional rivals in this area. Long shot attempted by Britton as he tried to curl a left footer into the top right corner, and just a little bit off the mark. Played quickly short. Fuentes on the ring. Goes long for Mansour. Beautiful ball as that'll check right up for Mansour. Tries to cut it back inside. One-on-one against Velazquez. And Velazquez is, all he can do with it is just poke it out for another Howard corner kick. And a high five between the 2 opposing players. Whole lot of mutual respect so far between those two. I believe they've seen each other more than a few times going up against each other. And nice to see the mutual admiration for each other's games being showed off. This will be Jason Fuentes to hit the right-footed in-swinger. It's a low curler, headed out by Minta, goes back to Fuentes, but he'll just let it go out for another corner. Fuentes, another low one. This one will actually bounce his way into the box, finds his way to Estrada. Fuentes. Kemakalam. Denor goes to the back post. And that will go out of play as our first substitution of the game will take place. As number 12, Abdul Laum, will come in, and he will replace Connor Sir. Laum looks like he will take over at the right midfield role, pushing Britton up to the front line. Mansour. Fuentes tries to find Tenor. Tenor able to turn the corner again. Gets in on goal, and his touch just a bit too heavy. Tried to slide in and just get a poke to back towards the middle of the box. Couldn't quite get under control. 20 minutes into this contest, still controlled by Howard. 11-3 on shots. Catonsville has had some chances, namely a penalty kick that was saved by freshman goalkeeper Jesse Sanchez. Laum pulled down by Fuentes. Flipped up. Laum trying to get under control. Minta gets it to Britton. Britton to the corner. Hartman off the crossbar. Brendan Hartman got all that one, and it just doinked right off the metalwork. Catonsville looking to increase some momentum on their side. Laum finds Anderson. He'll try to play it deep and just didn't quite hit that the way he had envisioned it. Rolled out to Ayala. Switch of the field controlled by Fuentes. He'll try to take some space forward and gets tackled from behind by Britton. Easy foul called. Played short by Fuentes. Estrada finds Carbo. Plays it back for Ayala, and Howard just enjoying some very controlled possession right now. Fuentes keeps it in. Tries to play it low, cut out by Sims. Fuentes stays with it and is able to win it back. Gets it to the other Fuentes as we have unconfirmed reports that the two Fuentes are cousins, but we need to get clarification on that one at some point. And that will be played out. And the officials will call an official timeout for a water break. We will take a timeout with them. The Dragons ahead 2-0 midway through the first half. The water break has concluded, and we are about to get back underway here in Columbia, Maryland, Howard Community College. The Dragons ahead 2-0 over the Catonsville Cardinals. A couple of subs during the official timeout for Howard, as Abdul Kamara has come in for Mahmoud Mansour. And also coming in was number 5, Sekou Dunbuya. Did not see who he replaced. It looks like it might have been Oscar Ayala on that right back position, as I do not see Ayala out there right now. Kemakalam gets it forward to Fuentes, and he'll try to play it wide for Gray. It looks like Gray and Denor have switched sides. Gray now on the right side, Denor on the left. Just a little bit different look for Howard. This is Lopez able to get through and earns himself a throw-in on the offensive side for the Cardinals. Catonsville player goes down in the box. Could hear the Cardinals coaching staff begging for a penalty to be called. Referee did not agree with their assessment, and now Howard has a chance to turn the other way. Gray plays it forward for Fuentes. It's going to be a foot race between Fuentes and Velazquez. Fuentes gets to it. One-on-one. Puts it into the box, and it's going to be cleared out. And a dangerous tackle there by the Dragons is called. Sprint as Kamara able to get to it. Has it taken back off. The two players going back and forth giving the ball away, as it was Kano and Kamara. And it will be a goal kick for Catonsville. Played through the middle. Estrada trying to hold off Dalton Jackson, who's also coming to the contest. And will come this way, almost makes its way up here to the broadcast booth, but handled quite nicely by whoever it is right next to us. Could not see who that was, but a solid catch. Played long. And no talk from the Catonsville defensive line. Could have easily turned around there and kept possession, but just played it out. Fuentes puts in the box in order, trying to get up to head it. Doesn't quite get enough. Fuentes taken down in the box. We're going to have another one? No, the referee says play on. And it will end up being a goal kick. One sub from each side coming in as Alec Britton returns to the game to replace Evan Sims. And for the Dragons, we see the first appearance of number 16, Precious Akinrotoye, as he will take over for Jason Fuentes. Played long. It appears that Laum was still on side, and Dragons will have to play it safe and just knock it out. Akano switches the field, looking for Hartman. Taken away, now this is Gray. He's off to the races. Gray still with it. Finds the opposite field. Denor, heavy touch into the box. Clattered into again. Able to keep possession. And now it's going to be it's Akano, who is able to shield Denor off the ball and earns a goal kick. Denor had a great chance there if he just took a soft touch and could have put that into the net. Flicked on. This is Gray. Works it through Kamara. Kamara showing some fancy footwork, just dancing through the Cardinals midfield. Just one too many as it was taken away. Played long, but easily handled by Kema Kalam. This is Kema Kalam. What a through ball on the outside of his foot. Denor, better touch this time. He gets into the box. Denor, he hits a shot with the outside of his foot, and that is going to be saved by Austin Thomas. Much better touches from Denor on that one. And that will create another corner kick for the Dragons. Will be their 5th of the first half. Abdul Kamara with Jeffrey Fuentes nearby to offer him an option at the short pass. He'll loft it into the box instead towards the back post. Hit away by Velasquez, and the clearance is finished off by James Anderson. Kamakalana will try a long shot, and he'll hit the back post. A bold effort from there, but really didn't miss by much. And we'll see another couple of substitutions as Diego Ruiz will see his Howard Community College debut come to fruition, as does Babukar Sissoko as he replaces Estrada. So the two Howard center midfielders will get a quick respite with 13.5 minutes left in the first half. Headed on by Ruiz. Plays it in. Shot, and that's going to be a low one saved by Thomas. That was Akinrotoye, who was able to make the turn and shot. Ball coming our way again, this time knocked down by athletics trainer Tim Happel, which gets a rousing ovation from the fans, as there is nobody more beloved on this campus than trainer Tim Happel. That is just fact. Fuentes plays it back. Switch of the field. Dunbuya tries to go over the top. Akinrotoye trying to chase down, clatters into the back of him, and he'll actually earn a throw-in for his team with the effort play. Ruiz. Dumbuye. 1-2 ball. Nicely played there. Dragons in the corner, and that is going to be deflected out for another Dragons corner kick. Put into the box. Free header by Laum and finished off, but it's only going to go as far as Dumbuya. He'll put it back in the box again. Headed on, and that was Kamakalam, who had pushed forward, got a head on it, and just couldn't redirect it towards goal. Double substitution for the Cardinals as Bill Nwanja Array Tambe will make his first appearance for Catonsville, and Connor Sir will take his spot back at the front of the line. Gray unable to control that and given away. 35 minutes of play so far, and have to say, haven't heard a whole lot from Coach Dragunov. Usually that means that he is pretty satisfied with his team, or it could mean that he is incredibly dissatisfied, but in this case it's hard to believe that's the case. But for the most part, Howard has enjoyed a lot of possession, a lot of control, and the vast majority of the shots. Played forward. Good footwork there. Thomas from his own goal box. Fuentes will just head it out for a throw-in. Lown looks up and sees no red shirts to throw to, so he's just going to have to take his time. The middle ref overrules his linesman and will give the throw-in to Catonsville. Howard will make another dub substitution, and this time we will see a couple of familiar faces coming into play as sophomores Sam Gomez and Easton Rackestraw will get a run in before the end of the first half, as Howard is really trying to utilize their great depth in this squad. Nearly everyone on the squad of 21 players has seen the field already in this game. Played forward. Gomez able to play it off, and that's going to be a Dragons throw-in. Ruiz being harried by Cadofamo. Sanchez under pressure just hits it out wisely. Headed forward. Tambe unable to get it to his teammate. Now Howard on the counterattack and taken right back. A good track back by Lopez. Playing a little pinball soccer at the moment as it's just bouncing around everywhere. No real clear possession from either team at the moment. And that will go out for another Catonsville corner kick. Just their second one of the first half. Eduardo Lopez puts in the end swinger, and it's a low one that will just go off of the near side netting. And that can't have been what he was hoping for out of that kick. Laum, taken down by Ruiz. Headed straight up by Sir. Tambe thought he kept it in, but in the end it is actually going to be a Catonsville throw-in. 5.5 minutes left. Catonsville trying to get on the scoreboard before the final ticks of this first half. Given away. Howard looking to break out. Played long. Denor trying to chase it down. And and it's a big collision there between Denor and Velazquez. And Denor looks like he's just going to get a talking to after that one as he pushed Velazquez into his goalkeeper. An exchange of hands between the players as Denor apologized for his part in that. Gomez slides forward to get it. Kamara. And the Dragons have a player down on the back end of the play as Claxton is hurt and hobbling around. He's going to try to continue on. Rackestra finds Kamakalam. Lofts one into the box. Headed out. Akin Rotoye. Ruiz. Kamara pulls it back to his left foot. He's going to try a shot, and that's just going to be lifted over the goal for a goal kick. Jason Blanco will come to the game for Catonsville, replacing Dalton Jackson. Rackstraw heads it forward. Denor just a step behind it, and it's played off of him by Velazquez for a goal kick. Flick on header, played forward by Catonsville. Claxton twists in every which way before finally being able to get it off his foot. Played over the top again. Howard just resorting to the long ball right now. Just play after play after play. It seems like they're just trying to hit it over the top. And a foul is called against the Dragons on the far side of the field with 2.5 minutes left in the first half. dangerous play. Played back towards Thomas. He's able to get it out of his own half. Tombe has it taken off his foot. Howard looking to counter. Ruiz has options forward. Goes to Denor on the wide side. Denor step over. Gets into the box. Denor taken down again. And the referee is waving his finger saying, no, 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 I'm not buying it. And the Dragon faithful now expressing their displeasure with the lack of a whistle on that play. Kamara plays it wide. Denor tries to get one last good run in before the end of the first half. Has it blocked away. Denor tracks it down. And tries to get around. Goes down again. No call once again. Referee not buying it. And the play on was given by the referee, then eventually pulled back for the original spot of the foul with 1 minute remaining in the first half. Rackstraw able to work it around. Gets to Ruiz. 30 seconds left. One last long ball will be played forward. Looking for Akin Rotoye. Rackstraw. And looks like Kemakalam is countdown being called out across the land, and that will do it for the first half. Howard leads Catonsville 2-0. We will take a break for the halftime intermission.